Another thing um, is you have to sometimes leave the past in the past, when it comes to betrayal, when it comes to trying to understand things. Like for me, I just try really hard not to think about things. When I find my mind going down certain roads, whether it's conversations, whether it's interactions, I try to stop it, and then I'll immediately start praying, or I'll take a deep breath, try to meditate, and it helps me, especially in my little community. I'm just excited to see what the future holds. I know that it's going to be a long road. It's going to be a very interesting road, to say the least. And I know that I don't know. For me to put it into words, for it to be understood. The fate of the future is already written. It's a matter of, in the period of where we're at right now, in the trajectory of everything, of how many people are not going to tap in to what they deserve to tap into in this world we live in right now. And they're going to face it when it's too late. And that hurts my heart a lot. And so these are things that I think about. I don't think about anything really other than that. I know I've seen a lot of videos on my little handy dandy algorithm that a lot of people try to figure out what it is I want. I could see a lot of people probably trying to figure that out. And I couldn't even answer that question for you if I was truly honest with you, because there's not anything I really yearn for. I just yearn for a world of peace. Now, I know that's a far-fetched based on the leadership that we carry in all facets, in all different angles. Whether that's, leadership in small communities, in the state, in the politics, in the businesses, the big businesses. But there are some really great businesses, and I am blessed to be walking through the challenges that I have faced in the last 8 months, but seeing the other side of it and seeing how much it's helped me evolve in the way that I needed to evolve. And God saw that. It was hard for a little bit, but dang, getting to the other side of it and seeing the big picture of what God's doing here, I was like, oof, I see it. And that's why it's one of those things where it's like, it's not a matter of what I want. I really don't yearn for anything. I'm just kind of walking out what my destined path is supposed to be based on what God has in store for me. And I kind of released that to him a few years ago when I woke up to recognizing that nothing in my world made sense. Absolutely nothing made sense in my world. And I had zero control. And until I woke up to recognizing that and going through everything that I've walked through in the last few years, come October, and recognizing how everything has been so strategically placed, and there's been a lot of players that have played their parts and done the things that they have done, in whatever way that they have done, and not a positive way. Although they thought that it was going to move in a different trajectory, if we get fast forward to today, I think that there's probably a lot of people thinking, wow, there is a higher power. Whether you believe in God or not, there is something higher here. And they didn't have control, and I didn't have control. And so when you start waking up to realizing, this matrix, the system, and how it's been designed for people to control and handle, you just kind of realize that some things are just so beyond the mind frame for somebody to understand when it comes to the reality of what we're walking through right now. And there's just certain things that are not designed to understand. They're designed for you to walk through it, not understanding it, but getting to the other side of recognizing when you're walking through something and not understanding it, there's always something and a reason why you're walking through it. There just is. Because there's always something good to come from it. If you're open to receiving it, you have to be open and willing to receive it. And I hope this video made sense. You know, sometimes when I go down these little rabbit holes, I'm like, these people probably think I'm on, who knows? But I got a lot of people watching me. I know that's all right. And I appreciate everybody that supports and encourages. And I appreciate everybody on the other side of it. I really do. And I hope that one day there is a compromise that can be met. Because I don't see this ending well for anyone involved in this, quite frankly. If you're not on the side of righteousness, if you're not on the side of good, if you're not on the side of morality, sovereignty, if you're not on the side of knowing what's right and wrong, if you're not on the side of humanity, just basic humanity, basic decency, and if you're one of those people that just doesn't want to be there, that's fine. You don't have to be there. That's your free will. And you can continue living your life the way that you live it. But it's not going to prevent those that choose to live their life in truth and those that choose to live their life in peace are going to change their trajectory either. Just like you don't have to change your trajectory. It's all choice. It's all choice. And so sometimes we just get so hung up on just things that, you know, like, for example, Fox News is on now, and I'm listening to them. I'm like, these people are... It's just comedy. It's just comedy right now. They don't know what they're saying. Half the time what they're saying don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. I listen to it. I'm like, do you even hear the words that are coming out of your mouth? And they don't. They're so clocked out. They're so clocked out right now. And I don't know that there's going to be a time where they're not clocked out. And so it's a matter of recognizing what you're living through and not allowing it to affect you. And just staying on your beaten path and being the best version of yourself, because you can only account for yourself. You cannot account for these people and their mindset and their mentality. Like BB, I'm never going to understand that man. Never. Ben Shapiro, never going to understand him. Do I have a good understanding of who they are? Yes, I do. I understand who they are, but I'm not going to understand them. And see, that's a big difference too. Once you start recognizing that, you can understand people. You might not understand who they are, but you understand what kind of person they are. And so once you kind of start understanding the type of people they are, it just doesn't affect you anymore. It doesn't affect you. If, you know, and again, I know it's probably kind of redundant, you know, but when it comes to me and what I want people to start moving in truth. That's what I want. Until you start moving in your truth, you're just selling yourself short. You really are. You got to own it. You got to own all of it, the nitty gritty, or take it to the grave. That's an option too. But again, you're just holding yourself back. You're not holding anybody else back but yourself. You have to recognize that. That's when you have to look in that mirror. The mirror. It all starts in the mirror. People get mad at you, but it's the mirror. It's the reflection. That's why they're mad at you. It's because what they see when they look at you. I had to accept that too. It was really hard. It was really hard until I went in and became somebody I was proud of. And then when I became somebody I'm proud of, I'm like, I don't understand why they're freaking so upset with me. I didn't understand then, but now I really don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. Zero. So I don't try to worry myself about it because I don't understand it.